Super Parents Foundation, Mofoluwasho Liazo. Is that right?
Yes.
I got that. Mofoluwasho Liazo.
Yes.
And for the benefit of those who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook, in case you have any funny ideas, it is Mrs., right?
Yes.
And the husband brought you here.
Yes.
And he's watching us now. Because we're on Facebook Live and we're on YouTube Live. And I have my friend for life, Mrs. Angela Emuwa. This is for the first time, Angela, in public. I'm getting your name right and not calling you Angela Boderi.
That is true. That is very true.
How are you, Angela?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yes, and Angela is the trustee of the Golden Hearts Touching Lives Initiative. I'm an honorary member. It said that I've not been initiated or anything, but I've made myself a member because I told you yesterday I love children. Anything that concerns children, it catches my attention. Angela, children with special needs are who? Who are children with? Is it physical? Is it mental? What are the special needs you're thinking of?
Special needs, there's a variety. Obviously, we have the intellectual disabilities and we have the
Yes.
physical disabilities.
Yes.
The physical disabilities, that's more more popular because people can see the disability.
Yes.
But the one that really gets left behind is intellectual disability because you can't see. Although in some cases you can see that it's combined with the physical challenge, but the intellectual disability is the one that
that concerns us the more.
Because it's not visible.
Okay.
You don't. Yeah.
By the way, I should be telling you that Angela is the chairman of the Punch. So there's a big woman that we have in the studios today. But Angela, I won't ask you any question either concerning the Punch
you won't
or
throw me
current
under the
affairs.
bus.
Nah, I won't throw you under the bus. You're my special person. I'll treat you gently. So what are the kind of things? Because we hear of what are the various challenges children have. We hear of Down syndrome. Is it part of it?
Yes, it's part of it.
Part of it. What else is part of it?
We have autism.
You have autism, yes.
Yes. We have ADHD. We have ADHD.
ADHD. What is that?
Yes.
Attention deficit.
Attention deficit hyperactive disorder.
Yeah.
We have
Hyperactive?
Yes. Yes.
How
And
does
it's a
that work
spectrum
out?
of autism.
I see, but the child will be hyperactive.
Very hyper. Yes.
Are you sure I don't have something close to that?
You should go for a
I
diagnosis.
do have my diagnosis. Do you have any children at 66?
It's not. It's possible.
I must have had to, because as a child I was. Even now at my age I'm hyperactive. I can't stand still.
It doesn't.
But I must move me.
It doesn't mean it doesn't have to be a disorder.
So now, when you say that you want to focus on this issue, what exactly are you looking at? Are you trying to make people aware? Don't forget that we live in a country of stigmatization.
Yes.
And if some people had their way from pregnancy, they get rid of these children.
Yes.
And if in the first, I can imagine what it was like way back in the day. Once you had something close to that, probably throw him lagiju. You know what they call lagiju? Do you speak Yoruba at all?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. For 1 second, I thought you were from Ghana.
Am I that black?
How about you,
I'm
Obani?
an Ijesha girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what exactly
It's about creating awareness. It's about letting people know that it's not a death sentence. It's a medical condition. It could happen to anybody.
And it's manageable. Yes.
Like I tell everyone, like I tell parents, the first therapy is love. Just give them love. Once the love is there, the love for these children, everything will follow. We've seen these children succeed. We've seen them live quality lives. We have to give them an opportunity, to excel. And it's not only for the parents, for the society at large. A lot of it, like you said, because of our superstition and all that, our culture and everything, there's been misunderstanding. The wrong narrative have been passed from generation to generation. So we want to correct this. It's not only in Africa. We have worse cases, even abroad.
Yeah.
And those ones don't believe in all these things we believe in. And you understand? And they are managing it, and these children are doing very, very well.
So I assume that you have a child who has a challenge.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. So you just took it on.
Yes.
But you have a child who has a
Yes, I
challenge.
do, yes.
And does it wear you down?
It is challenging. It is.
It is,
But
yes.
like you said, once you have the love, you will do anything.
You'll do anything.
I mean, I'm thinking about him, and he's driving me nuts. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, this.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I love him so much. And
My biggest fear with kids with challenges is when they now become adults.
that is it.
Because I have about three kids of when I say 3 kids of mine, I like adopting children.
Okay.
You know, and I have one. There's one that calls me. There's one that he has Down syndrome. BJ,
I thought so.
we call him BJ.
Yes.
And believe it or not, in between that challenge, he's brilliant.
Oh,
BJ, he dances very well. He
plays.
beats. I think he's playing tonight. They're having
yeah.
something with a drum solo tonight. He's playing, you know. And then he's so creative. One day, I tell you what BJ did one day. One day he was grinding his teeth. You know, I was in their house. I was sitting down quietly drinking, not what you think. I was drinking the glass of water. And the BJ is in his own corner and he was looking out of the window. I always tease him anyway. And he just goes like that. He just goes, pregnant.
Okay.
And I wondered, where is that coming from? Then his dad said, look at your belly. He just goes, so where I'm going is, BJ, for example, is fun to be with. He's an adult now. He's fun to be, if you can bring yourself, he's a fun child.
Yeah.
He said, okay, fine. He's not going to be able to go to school, be an engineer, be a doctor, but there's so many things that he could be. And I think that you NGOs are succeeding up to some point now. The stigmatization is gradually going out, quietly going out of the window, and because of the awareness. You've been at this for how many years now? At least since I got to know of your organization, this is about the fourth
year, yes.
Fourth or fifth.
Fourth. Yeah.
So that means I was there from the beginning. How come I'm not a full-fledged member?
Yeah.
I am. It's not by mouth. So.
Honorary.
It's not by might. It's not by might. Oh dear. Now, do you think that the authorities here, well, they don't even put a premium on those who are healthy? I mean, it's like somebody was complaining about the cemeteries and how we handle dead people. I said, they never handle person where they're alive. You know, our big people, all the big people here who are in government, even to manage graveyard is a problem. So they build a small, they build their own this thing at the back of their house. But do you get any attention from government in any form at all?
Well. It's getting better, like because of the awareness, especially in Lagos State. And there's an agency created, yes, LASODA, Lagos State Office of Disability for Disability.
It's functional.
Affairs. Yes, it's functional.
They're doing well.
Well, they're
in
progress. They are working.
No, I have a word for that. They're taking baby steps.
Yeah.
At least they are better than many other states, so they are getting there. No, we still want more. We still have so much. Like you talked about the man that has Down syndrome and is doing a lot of things. You know, it's because someone or the parents, looked at the son and said, no matter what, you're going to get there. There's something in you that I'm going to bring out. You're going to live quality life, But a lot of these parents don't have that opportunity. They don't know where to go. They don't have the wherewithal. They don't, there's nothing. They're just there, especially if they don't have the means. So for parents like this, what is their, what happens?
You should be commending Lagos State because, I mean, to be fair, I like to be fair. They've done quite well in the domestic violence area.
Yes.
In those areas, I wish we could do more.
Yes. Yeah.
But again, it's a good start. At least we've put on the ignition, is to put it in gear. We are still in gear 1. To now move it to gear 2 and speed up at gear 5 on the Autobahn. There's progress.
Yes.
So this, I'm not supposed to do this, but I will do it as my own quiet donation to ask, so what's this activity tomorrow is what now?
Okay. Yes. That's a Safari Fitness 6th edition.
Okay.
We have, every year there's a party to raise awareness for children living with special needs. And we also raise funds.
Okay, so it's to raise funds. I want to excuse myself. I need to go outside and pick something in my car. You
Very
can keep
good.
talking till I come back before you drag me into it.
Very
But anyway, I was just joking. So okay, so you have this yearly event, and tomorrow is the. But how in these COVID days now? Is there any provision for people to participate online?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, so let me just help you a little bit, hoping that Mrs. Chidi is still sleeping or whatever. She's not yet. that you can actually, once your name, the name of your association, what's it called now? Super Parents. Once you Google it, then you can find how you can be a part of it. No?
It's actually the program tomorrow is Safari Fitness.
So you Google Safari.
Google
Google Safari
yes,
Fitness.
Google Safari.
Okay,
yes.
Safari Fitness is contributing by having this event in your honor. Is that right?
They're
Let's just leave it
raising
at that.
funds for us.
They are
to-
raising
to
funds
use
for
to
us.
use
We
for
are
our
beneficiaries.
Is it for a percentage or it's free of charge? I can offer you a better percentage.
No.
completely free of charge. Completely. It's
yes.
there.
Okay. It's the Daily Digest. It's 9:19. Philip, we'll soon put the Honorable Commissioner on standby, please, so that we can ask about, there's this new hospital coming up at the Massey Children's Hospital.
Okay.
It's being
okay.
renovated. It was in the Punch yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was at the funeral all day.
Yeah, the
yesterday,
funeral
so
all day.
I didn't get to read my paper.
It was in the Punch yesterday. And then, we were so happy and excited
Fantastic.
until somebody now said that it was being built close to
December.
a dump.
Okay.
A dump, some whatever it is.
So clear the dump.
Clear the dump.
Yeah.
No. It's a permanent structure
wow.
where I think
Okay.
it's supposed to be a conversion site. But I'm just worried about a hospital being anywhere near.
Yeah.
You're going to congregate whatever. Yes, but the commissioner will put us through that. We're going to call him at 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, I can't announce which account people can pay money into, but I'm sure they'll find a way of doing that. Okay. How old is your? He's a big boy now.
He's 20.
He's 20.
Yes.
What do you think of his future?
Well, like
You see, no matter how fit we look, and no matter we are all growing old.
yes.
I'm talking about you. No matter
Yes,
we are all growing old. And we would always think. I have two kids that I'm worried about in this. I haven't discussed it with their parents because they haven't brought it up. But I keep thinking and say to myself, what's going to happen when we are gone?
Yeah.
And does that bother you?
Yes, it does. It does.
What do you think he's going to be able to fit into?
Well, first of all, let me just give a bit of background. Right from time he was growing up, I always looked for ways that explore where his talent is.
Okay.
And for instance, he's been to the Special Olympics twice. And the first time he won a gold medal in
You're kidding.
basketball. At that time, he was 10 or 11. In fact, that
Really?
was it. Yeah, yeah. So he came with the team. So the team won gold, and then in 2011 was it? Yes. Anyway, he went for cycling. The first time they introduced cycling, and he won a gold medal.
Oh.
In fact, so for me, it's like. I've been looking for ways to explore his talent. I've tried him with golf. I've tried him with horse riding. I've tried him with
No, you don't want to do horse
cooking.
riding, do you?
No, I'm just saying that you have to expose them to as much as possible.
Yes.
They have done drumming, he has done piano, but even though he's okay at them, he's not shown that passion. So I'm still looking for the area where he might.
Where he'll be able to sustain himself.
Yes. But then he's also interested in cooking. He seems to be interested. So I'm looking at that chef angle. There's no angle that is out of place. We have to explore everything. And this conversation about what's going to happen in the future is something that a lot of us parents are now.
Yes.
Yes. So we're
yes.
looking at ways to.
We need to put pressure. We need to put pressure on the government
Yes.
to provide.
Yeah.
Like it happens in the UK, there's provision for those with special needs.
Yeah.
They fit into something.
Some
My
residential
supervisor's
something.
Finger is up, which means that time is up. This is like the referee. So I'd like to
so
thank you
much.
for coming,
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Liazu, and long live my child.
Yes, sir.
Angela Emuwa. I got it right again.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to speak to the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Lagos State. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
MTN Pulse. Do you? Dial *406# to join. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Hey! Omo, make you no sleep on top bicycle. This better don't tie rapper. For those of you who never use an MTN SIM for over 15 days now, MTN don't charge. Come increase your welcome back of our whoop to 12 times your recharge when you load 100 naira and above. Yes, so no be one, no be two, no be three, no be four, no be even 10 sef. Now 12 times your recharge, then go take credit and data knock your phone. This one means if you recharge 100 naira, MTN go summer you with 900 naira credit plus 300 naira data bonus. If you can't recharge 200 naira, now 1,800 naira credit go drop for your phone plus 600 naira data bonus. Just make sure so you use *161 recharge pin hash take recharge and enjoy your bonus for up to 30 days. Omo, this one don't pass welcome back. MTN can add Shaw Banker second term on top self. Hey, where that my MTN SIM? Make me self begin follow enjoy better too.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
You don't have to leave home without us again. Listen on the air and online. Just search Nigeria Info FM on the Apple app or Google Play Store and never miss a thing. Your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Entertaining and informing Nigeria 24/7.
Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Thursday reported 790 new cases. We're going to talk about the new independent political movement that launched yesterday and says it wants to reform the constitution.
Tune in every weekday and weekends for the best radio programming.
But then again, he found something condemnable. I'm talking about how they've been observing the social distancing. And
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Join the conversation no matter where you are. Download our mobile app by searching Nigeria Info FM on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Also, get news updates in sports, entertainment, news, and current affairs right on the app. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, you're welcome back to Daily Digest. And we are going to call the Honorable Commissioner for Information. We need some clarity on the Massey Children's Hospital project. And I think I have him online. Morning, my Honorable Commissioner.
Morning, sir.
Morning. I'd like to congratulate you on, on the breaking of the sword, if that's what it's called, of the new Children's Hospital in Massey. I mean, we were quite excited yesterday. Everybody was full of praises. And people were asking generally that it be replicated in other areas, but at least it's one step taken at a time. However, somewhere along the line, someone then called in to say that the hospital is located very close to a dump site. So I'd like you to give us some clarity on that.
Well, it is not so close to what we call a dump site.
Yes.
What the person called a dump site is a Loma facility.
Yes.
Waste Management Agency facility.
Yes.
The gap between that facility and the site is very, very wide.
Okay.
And apart from that, what they call environmental impact assessment was done.
Okay.
Before the site was choosing and before the size of the land is so large that it wouldn't have anything to do with that facility. And that facility is not a facility that holds waste. It's a transfer base. They just put in there and transfer, and it's in an enclosure. So it has nothing to do with the hospital at all. If anything, is going to complement it, because waste that are non-medical waste, if they are generated in that hospital, they can be taken to that Loma facility. And they won't even stay at that Loma facility. They will be moved immediately. Waste is moved there within 24 hours. And, of course, it is disinfected all the time, 24 hours. And when you go there, we find no odor. All of us, we pass through that highway there, and we don't perceive any odor there. So it's not going to disturb the hospital at all.
Okay, I mean, the issue of odor I can understand, but the issue more is there are some things that you do not, the worst gases in the world do not even have an odor. So the odor is not so much the issue. But in terms of how, it's on the same street with the hospital. That's what it is, really.
But they are far apart.
They are far. It's not as if it's next door.
Yes. The people, the experts have been there, environmental experts have been there, doctors have been there, and they did the environmental impact assessment. They have nothing to do with each other at all. The hospital
Honorable Commissioner, when the state is far and wide, I mean the state, the area we are talking about as Lagos State is quite. Why was it that particular spot that was chosen? Was there any local politics that said that this facility should not leave Lagos Island?
No, that's why you can find that kind of that it's central, and apart from that, the land that is there. You know what that place was before? Like the governor said when he was doing the groundbreaking, he said he didn't want to talk about what was going on that side before.
Yes.
It's a place for miscreants, for hooligans, for all manner of people smoking and doing all manner of criminal things there. And it's so huge. And then it was seen at the time when we were thinking about what should happen to Mercy Street Hospital, 107 years old. And somebody said, why not that place? And they went to measure the place. They went to do environmental impact assessment, and they acquired more in that area so that it can be as big as possible. And this one is a 7-story. By the time it's built, it's going to so dwarf the Loma facility that nobody will see. And the Loma facility, as it is today, if you go there, nobody will tell you it's even a Loma facility because it's so neat.
Well, it might be neat today, it might not be neat tomorrow. Honorable Commissioner, it might be neat today, it might not be neat tomorrow. Our people are still a bit skeptical about, and it's going to take a lot. It would be nice if the government could let the Nigerian public see the impact assessment report. Is that what you called it? Environmental report. It would be nice to give some comfort if that could be published and could be made available to the public. I'd like you to stay on if you don't mind, so that you can listen to. We will take you off the phone, but so that you can listen to people's reaction to this new hospital that is coming up, especially as it concerns the environment. Please have a nice weekend, and we thank you for giving us time to talk to you in spite of your heavy schedule. But please listen to the end of the program so you can hear what people have to say. God bless you, my commissioner. All right. Bye. Right, so that's the Commissioner for Information is giving us the report. It says the environmental impact assessment has been done. I believe that would have been done anyway by the experts. But as an ordinary citizen, as a bloody civilian in the medical field, I just feel I'd rather not have a hospital close to. But if the impact assessment has been done, so be it. It'd be nice. We'll probably try and bring in an environmental expert sometime next week to tell us, because one thing is a report, another thing are the lapses that can come. If, for example, something is not functional in that facility, how would it affect the hospital? It's only an expert that can give us a clue to that. So our lines are open. 0700 993 993 993, and we have the female line 01485 7190. So I'll take my first caller right now as we speak. Hello, good morning. Morning. Good morning. Let's take another one. Hello, good morning. Hello. What do we have? What's happening? Let's try the female line. Maybe they will be luckier. Hello? The lines are buzzing, but we can't seem to connect. Try that one again. Hello? Wow. Hello? Okay, we're trying to sort out the technicality here because the lines are buzzing. All the lines are on, but we can't seem to be able. We don't seem to be able to connect. Let's try another one. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, let me see if there are any tweets. Let me just check on my device, see if there are any tweets. We actually did want to get your reactions to what we have been told. No, this is Benga Fabulu talking about traffic. We're not talking about traffic. I wonder what traffic is like out there today. In the past few days, it's been something else. But somebody told me that again this morning, the tankers have been cleared. Okay, so it's now become almost like an on and off situation. Do you have any luck with the lines? Okay, if there's anybody out there who has my own line and would like to call it, I'll connect you from here until we can get this sorted out. So if you if you're lucky and you know my personal line, then we can take you on. Right. Whilst we're waiting for that to happen, let's take a second look about what is happening in First Bank. I read part of it this morning, and I've now been more educated to show that okay, the CBN are actually also interested in the loans that some members of the board had taken, and it looks as if one or two people have been given 24 hours to dismiss, to pay up those loans, or they'd have to take a lien on the property that has been put in place as as collateral. Let me read part of what Emefiele is said to have said. He said, well, we suspect, this is for the MD, like I used the word suspect, that it was because he had stood his grounds, that's the MD, on certain decisions that are not in favor of major shareholders of the bank. They felt and thought it should be removed. This is against what we stand for. This is a bank where depositors' funds is almost 10 times shareholders' funds. We read that in the morning. And it says our interest is to protect depositors and minority shareholders who have no voice in the business. We granted of the regulatory forbearance to enable the bank what out its non-performing loans through provision for write-off of at least 150 billion naira worth of loans were written off and is earning for 4 consecutive years. We would not sit idle and allow this to continue. I spoke to Oba Otudeko. He refused to grant my entreaties. I had cause to call 2 of his major shareholders to call him to ask the board not to take such decisions without the approval of the CBN. He refused to pick the calls of these shareholders who are co-owners of the bank. I called him a second time and heard on another phone one of the shareholders on another line listening to me and begging Dr. Otudeko that he should not take that decision. He insisted on taking that decision. We hung up the phone. I sent that shareholder back to the office of Oba Otudeko to appeal to him to please suspend the decision to remove the MD. He refused to see the shareholder. The story goes on to say that Emefiele said he felt the CBN had done his best and would not allow a shareholder who felt that he could not subject himself to regulatory control and authority to remain as a director of the bank. So we didn't have any choice but to take this decision. He said, as we speak, the chairman of the bank, Ibukun Awoshika, was queried. We are yet to receive any response. In any case, I would imagine that response is no longer necessary. Now, Emefiele was asked on why the bank decided to spare the MDs. Emefiele said, we felt that because we worked with them from 2016 till now, what we saw was more of a breakdown of governance and insider abuse by shareholders, and we felt that we needed to stamp our authority to reappoint them and give them a chance to continue to remain executive directors, deputy managing director, and managing director of this bank. Emefiele, however, noted that ordinarily the board of First Bank was vested with the authority to make changes in the management team subject to CBN approval. But it goes on to explain that the CBN considers itself a key stakeholder in management changes involving FBN due to the forbearances and close monitoring by the bank over the last 5 years, aimed at stemming the slide in the going concerns of the bank. He noted that it was therefore surprising for the CBN to learn through media reports that the board of directors of FBN systematically import bank under Director of Bank systematically import bank under regulatory forbearance regime had effected sweeping changes in executive management without engagement and or prior notice to the regulatory authorities. The action by the board of FBN sends a negative signal to the market on the stability of leadership on the board and management, and it is in the light of the foregoing that the CBN queried the board of directors on the unfortunate developments at the bank. Are we ready to take calls now? Hopefully. Okay, let's try. Hello? 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 Okay, we are not that lucky. All right. And it says that by our last assessment, and this is very important, by our last assessment, FBN has over 31 million customers. Wow! With deposit base of 4.2 trillion, shareholders funds of 618 billion, and NIPS instant payment processing capacity of 22% of the industry. To us at the CBN, not only is it imperative to protect the minority shareholders that have no voice to hear their views, which is also important, is the protection of the over 31 million customers of the bank who see FBN as a safe haven for their hard-earned savings. Let me quickly add, the bank is not under any form of distress. At least from the reports that I can see here, the bank apparently is rock solid and is not under any form of distress from what I'm seeing here. Okay. But that MFLA said that the problems at the bank were attributed to bad credit decisions, significant and non-performing insider loans, and poor corporate governance practices. Let me read that again. The problems at First Bank were attributed to bad credit decisions, significant and non-performing insider loans, and poor corporate governance practices. He said the shareholders of the bank and FBN Holding PLC also lacked the capacity to recapitalize the bank to minimum requirements, adding that these conclusions arose from various entreaties by the CBN to them to recapitalize. And so the CBN has stepped in to stabilize the bank in its quest to maintain financial stability, especially given FBN's systemic importance. As it is now, I think it's Mr. Odukale that is now the new chairman of the bank. We'll give him some time to settle down and then give him an opportunity, maybe in a month's time, to come talk about the developments in the bank under this new structure. Right. Can you read some of the tweets that you have there?
Okay. This one from Twitter.
Yes.
Joy Forever says, Sir, what of the trucks parked around before discharged? It is good. I listened to Mr. Commissioner, but
Yes.
it is not now, but future biogas are dangerous. Look at the effect of COVID-19. Nobody
Yes.
knew how it came about. It is the distance up to 2 kilometers. God be with us.
Okay.
Sheiku Foriji 3 on Twitter says, Uncle, what if any facility breaks down at the Loma site?
Yes.
Won't it affect the hospital because we know how things work there? Yeah.
What else? Our line's working now.
Let's check.
Hello, morning. Hello. Still not working. All right. Let's read another tweet that you have there, or something from YouTube.
Okay. This one is from Facebook. Adedikpe Adediran says, Uncle Jimmy, don't talk too much on the issue of siting and hospital beside a dump site. Igodo General Hospital is beside a dump site.
Igodo.
Yes. The place, the smell.
Yeah, because look, I keep saying that okay, when it comes to medical issues, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a specialist, but I'd rather not cite a children's hospital near a dump site. I'd rather not even cite it in anywhere near the area at all. So for them to be almost next door, next to each other, it gives me a bit of worry. But then again, if the impact assessment, whatever, has been done by specialists, who am I? What do I know? All I know is how to roll a bicycle down the road. Let's see if we have another YouTube reaction there.
Fred Emeka says, must the hospital be sited in Lagos Island? It is not proper locating a major children hospital close to dump site. This is very wrong. We don't need an expert to tell us this. Can you imagine? Everything has been politicized. Then Alexander Atta says, situating a children hospital close to the dump site is not a good idea or hygienic for the life of people that will use the hospital. Kachi MM says Igondo General Hospital is beside. Okay, I've said that already.
But if Igondo General Hospital is near a dump site, can anybody in that neighborhood tell us what is going on? If in any manner at all, the safety and sanctity of the hospital has been compromised. I'd love to see that. I haven't been to Igondo, so I don't know what it's like. I hear that it's very close to a dump site, and they do have problems in that particular dump site. But if the man says that proper due diligence has been done by environmental whatever, I don't understand. But I believe some other place, even if you had problems, one of the reasons he gave, like having problems with what to do with the area, you could have turned it into a proper playground or mini stadium so that all the kids on Lagos Island can have a place to go and congregate. Then you could have built the hospital somewhere along the Lagos-Ekpe Road or something quite, where you have proper space and so on and so forth.
Uncle Jimmy,
yes.
Let's check the phone lines.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
You're back. Okay, good morning. Yes.
My name is Dele. I'm calling from Lekki.
Yes, Madam Dele. Please go on.
I'd like to just run a commentary on the hospital for the children.
Yes.
Sura. Right adjacent the place is the Ilubiri project by the Lagos State government. I just think that situating the children's hospital at that particular area is really, really bad. And it just shows that they're not really doing it for the children. They're probably just doing it as a way to siphon money again.
What has money got to do? What has money got to do with this side? I'm just wondering.
Because other contracts will be awarded to people.
Contracts are meant to be awarded, and anybody who do contract must make money.
Just beside Loma, they said it's a recycling dump, but it's worse than that. It's a really, really messy place. Getting into that road alone is very bad with the trucks and everything. So how is it going to even be able to really help the children health-wise if where you're putting them is hazardous on its own?
Well, the government has said that they've done some environmental impacts, whatever, and they've been given a green light to go ahead. You don't believe in that? Okay, she's gone.
Another one?
Yes, another one, yes. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
So my opinion is this: the environmental impact assessment, as the Honourable Commissioner claimed it has been done, should be published for people to see. It should be. My name is Ademola. It should be published for the populace, for the entire Lagos populace to see. Environmental impact assessment can be done to suit whatever situation.
Well, why do you think the state government will doctor his own?
The place is share the same fence with the dump site. It is not far. Stop, Uncle Jimmy, please drive towards that place later in the evening or later in the day. They share the same fence. What of the groundwater? What of the groundwater there? What of the groundwater contamination? At least they are going to sink borehole there. All these things need to be put in place before anything. But we know
let me be honest with you. Even for cosmetic reasons, if you've done an environmental impact, but even for cosmetic reasons, I mean, I've traveled around the world. I mean, what's happening now? You don't put a children's hospital next door. I'm just trying to,
Sir, Honourable Commissioner said something that the building is 5-story building that is going to cover. Cover what?
No,
even if it covers the place, even if it covers the dump site, does that mean that the impact will not still reflect?
No, maybe.
And the worst part of it is that they now put the billboard of the governor. They don't do that. They see that abroad.
They put the billboard of the what?
2 billboards of the governor there.
Saying what?
Exactly, that this is the site for this is the part of the government.
When it comes to that area, we keep saying that Lagos State can sometimes overshoot its. Look, the people, and I wish the commissioner is listening. The image handlers of the governor are going to get him into trouble. I keep maintaining they're going to make the poor man look like a megalomaniac, which I don't think he is. There is absolutely no need. Fashola fought them within the ministry, within the government in his time, and made sure that they didn't turn him into some megalomaniac. I can understand what that billboard would say, put the photograph of the governor and so on and so forth. Man must we hero worship our leaders to the point that we make it look as if they are the ones who are pushing for this. And I had said this privately, even to top people in government. Let your work speak for you. Billboards are not going to do anything. Neither announcements about some projects, something projects, and all these highfalutin words. You are going to be judged by individuals by the impact you have on their lives. It is straightforward. There's no argument to be had on that. If I'm going to be casting my vote in 2023, it's going to be based on how I feel, how the government has impacted my life personally, not how many story buildings or flyovers have been built in Agege where I don't go, or in Ekpe or this and that. People need to understand these things. Make our lives comfortable. That is all there is to it. If you've done the groundbreaking ceremony, put up a sign there that says it's a hospital that's being built, and take out all this governor this and governor that. I don't understand these things, I beg. Let's have another. Okay. Let's take one or two and then we'll be out of here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jimi Disu.
Yes.
You know that area very well.
No.
To go Mercy Street, where the children's hospital is.
I can't find my way there again. Lagos Island has changed. But please go on.
You cannot find your way there.
Yes.
It's so messed up. How does an ambulance rush in? A sick child or mother or whatever pass through that place without encountering difficulty. And the aesthetic, the look around that place, rules out that place for an hospital. And the dustbin, whether it's dressed or not, before long, that place will go back to its own position.
Yes, okay.
It's not a good location. I know perhaps they want to be in the center of Lagos, but there are other areas that
you could have thought out, yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let me just take one more call, then I have to be out of here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Pastor Ladipo calling from Morilegon.
Yes.
Uncle Jimmy, you see, inciting such thing or a project like this, they don't do it to benefit the masses. Sometimes they do it to compensate their party loyalists, especially some of their leaders. Because I don't understand why citing. Okay, somebody was saying yesterday that what about when they make a referral from Badagry?
Yes.
Or they make a referral from Iyanoba? They should consider and think there are lands elsewhere so that the referral
that are more
Mercy,
central. Yes.
The referral to Mercy will be less and the referral to the other side also will be more. We cannot concentrate everything on one side, considering the traffic situation in Lagos now. Thank you and God bless Nigeria.
Yeah, okay, that's on that note we'll have to call it off. I'm sorry about the hitches we had with the phone lines. Maybe what I will do, I think if you don't have anything more important to talk about on Tuesday, we might take this a step further and we'll be able to open up the lines for you to make your contributions next week, Tuesday. But don't forget tomorrow, Peter Esele is going to be here. Tomorrow is May Day. We have to make our own contributions towards Labour. Peter Esele is a Labour leader, very well-spoken, loved, handsome man, self. I was going
to say something.
No, you are taking it out of the equation. You know how well are you? Okay. So, I'll see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow is 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock. And the program is The Discourse with Jimi Disu and is, as usual, brought to you by MTN. Very many thanks to Madam Zainab. I hope as you are fasting and everything, when it's time to say prayers, after you've said prayers about your husband, your child, and everybody, you will remember Uncle Jimmy.
As a matter of fact, fasting is not compulsory at this moment. So
it's not, but even if you just want to be in spirit with them, please always remember me.
I do.
I'm a sinner.
I do, really.
I'm a sinner. Aren't we all? I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.